Hey everybody, this is Megan. I am here today to show you a mixed media project. You're going to need some acrylic paints. I use Brea Reese because they're my favorites and they get a good pigment coat. You can use some Brea Reese, some paint writers, and here's some texture paint from the company. They're really amazing textures. Here's some liners that I use with the company. And I also use this Jewel Drop from Nuvo. They're really good. I like the effect, but I don't think I use it in this project. You're going to need some tissue, some scrap paper, more scraps, and then you're going to need, your subject. And this is going to be on water stock paper, 140 pound. The image I'm using is from Oddball Art Stamps. You're going to need some glue. Some paintbrushes and watercolors is always good too. Mixed media, there's no rules. Just get a couple of your favorites. You don't need to have a whole stack of things around you. Just get what you need. A couple things that you like. Okay, and this is my Oddball Art Stamp. I just colored it with watercolors and liners and cut it out. It's on watercolor paper. I'm just going to start off with a little bit of watercolor on the top. This is wet on dry technique. A little yellow. I'm going to keep in mind my color wheel as I add in some orange. I'm going to try to keep it all in the same direction. And this is just a personal preference. And with art, there's no rules really. You can go in different directions. For this particular piece, I kind of wanted to keep the watercolor in the same strokes. Okay, here I go in with some fine liners. I like to add a little doodle. They're not going to show too bad, so they don't have to be perfect or well thought out. The nice thing about these is if you put them on wet, it kind of gives you a watercolor effect. It's really nice. Or if you did it on dry and went over it with a watered brush like this. This is on dry paper, and then I'll go over it with a watercolor brush to kind of give you that watercolor effect. It has a different effect. I love these pens. You can get permanent pens, or you can get these that are not permanent, but they have really cool characteristics. It's good for mixed media. Here I go with the watercolor. I added a little bit of yellow just to give it a little more depth, and it mixes in with that orange and gives it a little more character. And I'm just using a big brush. It doesn't have to be perfect. A little more yellow. I want to brighten this up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go in with a little more. This is actually magenta, but mixed with the yellow, it makes it a more orangey kind of feel. So keep in mind your color wheel. That's always important. Okay, let's just set that watercolor to the side. Now I'm going to bring in a piece of paper and just put a little acrylic on there. I'm going to add a little texture. Oh, but first, let me put some tissue. So I'm just going to put it on a little bit of glue, and then I'm going to get my watercolor brush, just with water and paint loaded, and then I'm just going to kind of smear it out. This is going to give you a little Mod Podge effect. Then you just put your tissue on top, and then go over the top of it with a little bit more glue to keep it all nice and firm on there. And it kind of blends it better into the background. This will dry more matte. It won't be shiny like this. Okay. Just going to do a little bit on the other side. I kind of like to keep a balance of my pictures, so if I do one side, I kind of go on to the other. If you do the top, I go into the bottom. Just kind of keep it balanced. And go over the top again. And I'm not worried about these edges because I'm going to cut those off whenever everything is done. Unless I got a significant piece or want to create an effect like this, I'm adding that little side there to add a little more interest. Plus I wanted to save that piece to go to the top there. A little glue, a little more brush, add my tissue, a little more glue on top, just to kind of get it nice and stuck on there. Again, I'm not worried about the overflow. It's going to come off whenever I cut all the edges. Okay, kind of figure out where I'm going to put this girl. That's going to determine, kind of, this is the more stages you want to think about the final project. In the beginning, it doesn't really matter. See, I add my texture paste. With my thing, this is just a tool that I got from Momenta, which is Brea Reese's company also. I just kind of smoosh it in there and then grab it up, and then I just kind of scrape it on. I love the effect that this gives. Gives it like a distressed effect. And you can always go back in. It's a silicone tool, so you can go back in and kind of rework it a little bit. Just keep moving it around until you get the effect that you like. Again, keep in mind making that even application. Make sure I get some on the top and then the bottom if I'm doing it that way, or the side to side. I mean, you don't have to. This is a preference that I like. Sometimes I do keep it a little off-centered, so you can go in, you can just slice it, make lines, you can scrape it a little bit more, just whatever you like. Just going to move all this to the side, and then we're going to start in with something else. I like how this is turning out. I would like to start adding in a little bit of paper scraps. It'll add a little bit more contrast and character to it. So just kind of sizing it up, figuring out where I want it. I do like this. This is just from the Dollar Tree. It was a pack of just random patterns. You don't have to get expensive materials to make really nice art. So here we go. Just the same effect that I did with my tissue. A little glue on the bottom, a little glue on the top, mixed with a little bit of water. And I do this with pretty much anything except for my main image. Since it is printed on a thicker stock of paper, I like to, just put pure glue on it. But on this stuff, it's really thin. It doesn't need much. Just a little glue, a little water on the top and then the bottom. See, I did the bottom, now I'm doing a little bit on the top to kind of balance it out. I don't want to use too much of this paper. I don't want to crowd it. This could be easily done for like an art journal or, whatever you need to do it for. Mixed media is really nice to work with. It's really relaxing. There's not many rules, you just kind of go with whatever you need, so it's always very helpful. It's kind of like therapy sometimes. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in here and add a little bit more glue. Spread it out because I'm going to put more tissue. I like to kind of repeat some of the earlier things just to kind of give it more depth, because you now have your tissue kind of on the bottom with a little bit of paint on top of it. Now if you bring it up on the top, it just gives it a more depth and it gives it more characteristics, I think. This is a personal preference. You can do whatever you want, but I really like, layering. You just kind of layer until you get what you want. Just a little bit on top, a little on bottom there. See, it's coming together. We're going to start putting this girl on. And again, with this, I'm going to figure out where I want it. I'm going to put straight glue on it. I don't put water on this. So I just get a really good glue. Sometimes I'll wring out my brush, make sure there's no water on it, or a little water. And then I just kind of smear it around, make sure I get a good application. And that way it sticks and I don't have to worry about it. You can wait until your layers of your card dry, but I'm kind of impatient, so I just kind of stick that bad boy on there and just go with it. Figure out where I'm going to put it, stick it on there, nice and good. Now at this point, you just kind of start thinking about your final touches and anything that you want to add. I know it looks a little rough right now, but the entire piece will change once you get those rough edges off. Right now it just looks really incomplete, and you might have doubts about it. So I like to use these kind of like constant reminders of, things. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut off a little bit of this paper. It doesn't have to be expensive paper. And then I'm going to put some wordings on here. Well, the camera stopped recording, so here's the final project. I got ahead and added all the words. I glued them on and then cut around the edges to make clean lines, which brings everything together and gets you a completed piece. As always, follow me on Instagram at megans.art.studio and check out Brea Reese. They have amazing acrylics and watercolor inks and liners and all kinds of textures and stuff. Just check them out. I'll put the link below. And go ahead and check out Oddball Art Stamps. They create really cool stamps that are a little different than what you're going to find at your local craft store. And they're amazing people that create with these. And I'll post the link down below. All right. Thank you guys. Bye.